I love a great like late festival gem. I did just get that, other than Horizon, of course, which was our last movie. On our second to last day, we got to see a Norwegian film that is part of a trilogy called Sex, Dreams, and Love, and we got to see that last one. The films aren't like connected by characters, but more like thematically to explore maybe some societal norms that haven't become no, so some societal conventions about relationships that haven't become a norm yet. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm super intrigued to catch out these other two. So if anyone is listening from the PR firm of either of them, send us a screener, send us a copy. We'd love to cover the whole trilogy. There's an email below. In Love, we basically get two main characters. One of them is called Marianne, and the other one is called Tor. They work together, and they both avoid conventional relationships. Tor is already further ahead in that. On his journey, he basically makes a trip on the ferry back home daily, where he has encounters with men that he meets in a browsing grinder, not matching with anyone, but seeing by location who's close, and then instigating a conversation with them, which I found to be like so rewarding to see that kind of unfold. It was lovely. And then basically through conversations, Marianne tries to do the same, going a bit more of a casual approach to her relationships, when she thought she was always kind of holding back on actually getting in one and getting involved, because she always thought there was like too many tensions and too many expectations put onto her, especially because she's, I think, in her late 30s, and the expectation is, we got to settle down, marry, and get kids, and that's just something that she's not interested in. So it explores all of these things in a way that I really, really connected to, and I gotta say, I fuck with Norwegian film like super hard. All of these stories about like these maybe unconventional love stories, like the worst person in the world, obviously. I wouldn't say she was the worst, but she wasn't doing great with like cheating on on her boyfriend. But I found these explorations so fun, so interesting. With a lot of it being just lovely, normal people, where the drama isn't coming from someone being French and just cheating around, but being pretty open with what they got to offer, with what they want to give, with what they want to get. And yeah, I found it lovely. I'm running out of words to describe it. Kevin, what did you think of it?
I mean, you kind of said it. Love is everything that Twazami isn't, right? You got
Yeah.
actual
Yes.
deep conversation that, it's quite interesting to hear from these characters, their point of views on certain topics, on sexuality, on mixing work with your own private life. Watching Thor and Marina also, because they're colleagues, it isn't all about love, it's also about humanity, because Marina obviously has the rough task of saying to people that they have cancer.
Yeah.
And Thor picks up on one of them, that he's like, I don't know if he quite got what we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he gets the next patient, he overhears, the father being with the patient that has just been in the room, and he grabs Mariana and says like, can you come watch this? And they watch them, like they overhear them speak like, are you sure you got everything? Like, isn't there anything else you can do? And that's such a neat little thing to pick up on.
Yeah, it's literally like the opening of the film, right? It introduces these characters to us.
And those are the little moments that gives a movie so much weight, and that's what Love actually has. It has weight, weight of love, weight of humanity, everything really. I really liked it.
There's literally not like a hateful moment in this film. All of it is kind of touched by love through the friendships.
Like there is no drama for the sake of drama.
Yeah,
and that's great. If you can pull that off and not be boring and actually
not
be interesting,
cheesy and like, the world is all blissful and we're all smoking blunts and having a good time. No, it actually gets pretty deep in its topics.
Yeah, and
I was so impressed by this film. Yeah,
you loved it more than I did.
I did. Yeah,
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna keep recommending. It doesn't have at the moment any other festival release dates. Let me quickly check. I think one of the other ones premiered at the Berlinale. Sex premiered earlier this year at the Berlinale, and Dreams has a release date on the 25th of December this year in Norway, but nowhere else so far. So yeah, and
So
I
wait,
guess,
where did Dreams debut?
Nowhere so far. So it's funny because this is like technically the last in the trilogy, right? But they're not. I don't think they're connected. But
I don't think they're connected. But that means I guess that does mean that every entry in the trilogy really focus on the certain thing, and that is in this one it certainly is love. In the other ones it'll certainly be about sex or about fulfilling dreams. So I'm really looking forward to every chapter in this trilogy to have something else to talk about.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, sex is the focal point are two men. I don't know if they are a couple or they're casual, but I think the sex between them is the center. Then Dreams is about, I think, like a teenager and being like having sexual fantasy about their teacher. I don't know gender, which it is that, but and it basically I think it kind of causes trouble because there's nothing that actually is going on. It's just a fantasy, but then when that leaks, then there's a certain expectation that maybe something happened. Yada yada, all of that. Again, sounds super interesting for someone who has shown the capability to tackle that stuff in a non-melodramatic way. I can't wait to give those a watch as well.